My opinions on being a young black woman who is attracted to BDSM. Okay, so I have met men who said they were turned on by it, and I met men who weren't. It's a flip side of the coin. You see, I met those who were into it per se, but they knew nothing about it. They didn't know shit about being a dom. They didn't know shit about being a daddy dom. Then I met those who bashed me for it because they were afraid. On the low, they were either gay, yes, on the low, men, I'm talking about the men, yes, or they were afraid of exploring their own kinks. So they made me feel inadequate because I wasn't ashamed of my kinks. Now, with that being said, I have been shoved down my throat for a while that being sexually attracted to the BDSM is wrong. And at first, I was like, well, maybe it is. Maybe there's something wrong with me psychologically. Maybe because of what happened to me when I was younger, it made me grow up to be a sexual addict. But there's a difference between a sexual addict and a sexual deviant. And I honestly feel that I'm not an addict and I'm not a deviant as well. I feel that I am a total divine whore and I appreciate it and I love that about myself. And I will not change that about myself, not whatsoever, no matter what anybody says about it. Lately, I've been being myself, and so many people drop like flies because I'm blunt and I'm honest and I'm the true, pure, raw Jamia that they did not expect me to be. I have came across only one man who I can say for a fact could be a daddy, but things went left. Okay, there was mind games and all types of bullshit that I did not sign up for, and things weren't going as quick as he expected. So I went ahead and did him a favor and I cut it off. Period. Dot. Right? Um, I had to love myself first. Let me tell y'all something. Before y'all want to jump into anything that is of sensuality, like BDSM, if you've been through anything or if there's any trauma, do not come into this because you feel it's going to heal you. It's not going to heal your trauma, okay? And whether they're into it or not, just because they are into BDSM like you does not fucking mean that they're going to fucking heal you. Let me repeat. They are not your fucking therapist, okay? All right? You guys have an agreement, but they're not your psychiatrist here. If you really have problems, you need to actually go to an actual psychiatrist, okay? We are not your fucking therapist. We are not here to save you. And I feel that's society's problem, like they shove down our throats that maybe because we're into something so taboo that we're supposed to be healthy or some weird twisted analogy that I don't know why the hell they came up with that shit. No. Okay, let me say it again. We're not your fucking therapist, all right? We're not, okay? That's one thing. Another thing, I feel that there is nothing wrong with being a submissive black woman, all right? Shout out to black dominatrixes out there. It's beautiful to see that, but there's nothing wrong with being a submissive. I cannot stand these women who bash other women for being submissive, especially women who are into BDSM. I cannot stand that shit. There's nothing wrong with being a kitten. I love being a kitten because it's a part of me, okay? I'm attracted to being a kitten. I love to purr. I love to meow, okay? I love to do that shit. I love to be daddy's slut. I love it and I do not regret one bit of it, okay? I accept myself for who I am as a kitten, all right? And being a submissive isn't about being fucking weak and meek, all right? Like, get that shit out y'all's head. Being a submissive is about pouring out your emotions. It's literally you are pouring out every layer like you're a fucking onion. You're dominant. You are giving permission to basically a stranger that your soul knows on a soul level. Feel me? To peel every single layer within your core being. That's what a fucking submissive is. I don't know why y'all twist that shit up into something that's dangerous, manipulative, and abusive. That's not what at all the definition of a submissive is. And if anybody thinks that or is telling you that, then they're fucking shallow and they're closed minded assholes, okay? I really appreciate women of my skin texture who are open with their sexuality. I appreciate them and I love them so much because they're not afraid to step into their own skin. And this time, I'm not as well. So, with that being said, maybe I'll come with more videos also while I'm showing my fucking face so I can, you know, stare at y'all face to face so I can really tell my truth of how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing I got to say right now as far as my thoughts on BDSM. You just got to be really, really cautious and really, really careful, okay? Just because he's fun and he got money or just because he might have knowledge of it doesn't mean he's a daddy. Like I said, I've met one who I can say legit is if I went there with him, okay? All the others, they don't know shit about it. They're not ready for it. They have no experience with it. They're not willing to take that responsibility because having a submissive is responsible as fuck. All right. So that's my thoughts on it. Good night to you guys.